Hello! Today we're going to talk about the signs of adrenal fatigue recovery. How do I know if I'm actually recovering? So I'm Dr. Carrie Lam. This is Dr. Michael Lam, our adrenal fatigue authority. So what are some things that you see very often that people tell you when they're actually on their road to recovery?
Believe it or not, there are two groups. One is people that obviously have increase in energy, less insomnia, more stable in terms of their blood sugar on a day-to-day basis, able to handle stress, less startling, less cold. Those are very common. And so that is easily identifiable. But then there is another subgroup of people which is less classic, so to say. So, for example, they can have vivid dreams. They can have...
their dreams come back. I hear that a lot, right?
The dreams come back when they were not dreaming before. They start to have their menstrual cycles that return. The menstrual period bleeding tends to be exaggerated. Sometimes it may involve a positive response to supplement, only to be followed by negative responses. You see what I'm saying? So these two groups, one is more obvious, one is less obvious, and everybody is different. Sometimes you have a mixture of both. But the key to know that whether you have the recovery is to understand that recovery is just like the onset is a journey that usually takes a long time to come to that point. And recovery also is a journey full of ripples. You're going to have two step up, one step down. Sometimes the signs are very subtle. They come and go. You don't kind of feel it, so to say, but it's only evident when you look backwards. So that's why in our clients, we explain to them what they should expect, and everybody is different, depends on their symptoms, and then we teach them what to look out for so that they have a better feel for their body, and that's so important. At the end of the day, if you know your body, you will know the body's response. If you don't even know your body, how are you going to know how it responds? So we go through a lot of teaching process in order to educate the person, you see what I'm saying?
And like you said, the recovery does take a long time because it took you a long time to get to the adrenal fatigue. And the recovery symptoms might not all come at once. They might come one at a time or a few at a time in the different categories also.
And that's why it's so important in our questions. We are alerted. So sometimes you can just have a blink or one day of good day and then it's followed by 3 or 4 days of bad day. It does not mean that you're not recovering. It just means that your body is struggling. And in that process, it's starting to see the end of the tunnel, so to say. And we'd like to be able to catch a hold of that. And that experience comes from is when you are alerted to spot those. And what do? You see? So if the body gives you a reward of giving you a good day, for example, the question is how do you prolong it? And that is where we coach our clients to be able to seize the moment.
And you know it because you kind of been through it and you know, oh wow, this is a sign of recovery, I'm doing better, and that's what I have to do to either press on the accelerator or push back on the brake.
And it is very difficult because it took me a long time to learn in my own case, because when you have good energy, you're overjoyed, and then the next day it kind of fall back, and that's where the frustration is. And people think, well, I'm not really recovering, I'm recovering. They don't know what is going on, and I've gone through this myself, so I'm able to put the pieces together and let my clients know, hey, this is part of the process, or is this not a part of the process? Are you really going backwards? If you are, then we have a different track. Or if you're going forward, but you have some step back, then there's a different strategy. So every possibility has different strategies of how to maintain. The concept is to have a slow, steady step up along the way. With some setback, that's inevitable.
Some good days, some bad days.
But if you're able to look back, it should be quite systematic and no crashes as much as possible.
So that's your road to adrenal fatigue recovery, and we are here to help you on this journey.